What's going on, you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to class. This is Intuition 101. You guys asked for it by looking up in the searches for what you're interested in, so here we go. This is that video for you. All right, so let's get into this, huh? Let me take this off here a little bit. Hello. All right. So we're going to take a little deep dive here into intuition, but more so on like fine-tuning it, understanding it a little more clearer and precise. Okay, so we're doing like pre-algebra, algebra 2, all in this video. Okay, all right. Now that we got that out of the way, right up. Yeah. All right. So let's just break this down, first of all, what intuition is. Well, not a good spot. Sorry for the I'm sure there are plenty of you that understand that phrase, trust your gut. I got a gut feeling about something, right? Or trust your instincts. Yeah, those kind of things. I'm sure you've all heard those. But what they're really talking about is your intuition. Yeah. It's your spidey senses. It's your uncanny ability to know something without knowing how the hell you know. This is a feeling, not a thought. That's the difference. Okay. We could say it's that fight or flight trigger response as well. All right. So now that we got the definition out of the way, let's just really take the brakes off and keep going, right? We're going downhill fast. In a good way, obviously. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes about this. The real meaning and the real uses for it, okay? And there's going to be a lot to be heard. So get your drinks, get your snacks, put your feet up, relax. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to do this. All right. For me, intuition, that inside voice that nudges you, tells you what to do, not to do, but we ignore it oftentimes. And then we kick ourselves in the booty later. Should have said, I should listen to that. For me, that's no joke. You know, a lot of people, they live in their logic. So all of their lives are logical, this and that, precise schedule, this and that, whatever. A lot of other people live in their emotions. So, you know. And then there's a small percentage that lives intuitively. That is, they let that inner voice, that gut feeling, that nudge or knowing show them the way. And what to do, how to do it, why to do it. I'm not necessarily why, you know, not till afterwards, you know, but still. And I take that shit very seriously. Because to me, that somehow is, I feel, God talking. Because God is a living spirit, and if he blew the breath of life into us, he blew the spirit within us. And that's a communication that we hear. With inside. I mean, it's not really like, you know, a voice. It's It's straight to your mind. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Because you get this trigger warning feeling sensation about something, random issue, whatever situation. And then when you have that tingling feeling, that gut sensation, that butthole clenching deal, then your brain starts to process how to handle it, what to do. And oftentimes, if we are in lower vibrations, we're not going to hear the message either at all and ignore it, or hear only some of it. But those who are a little fine-tuned in this knowledge is understanding of listening to the whole thing naturally. And you're learning this, you have to consciously put yourself in that listening awareness stage. This is how we practice. This is how you develop. This is how you get to be an intuitive. Practice makes perfect, right? Even though there's no such thing as perfect except for God, right? Yeah. So, that's a little better breakdown of what this intuition is. Okay? There's tons of examples, and I'm sure that you in the comments can throw some out there and be like, hey, I can connect with this, and I know that because I, whatever. But your intuition also has to play into your physical self of your logic, in turn, meaning you have to discern and decipher, even if this is your energy, your intuitive nudge, noise, voice, whatever. Because oftentimes, intuitives are empathic, which means you can feel other people's energy. So sometimes you can get that nudge and it's not even from you. It's just what you're absorbing from somebody else. So that discernment has to be in cahoots, in sync, in your first conscious state of dissecting the feeling of this nudge. And then once you become more familiar and practicized with that, you like that word, practicized? That's like a present past tense thing, something like that. Hold the phone. Let me grab my water. I'm thirsty. So anyways. That little voice, that nudge, that gift, guess what? It is never wrong. Ever. Unless you misinterpreted in the discernment stage. Because that does happen. And that's for the noobs. Those are the beginners. People are wanting to understand more of this on a deeper level. So here I am, putting my foot straight up there, deep. Because like I said, I live by this rule. I never used to. Flies by seeing my pants and this and that, willy-nilly, all this growing up, and we just learn. We learn. What are we learning? We're learning who we really are and what we're capable of. So this is step one of understanding who you are and what you're capable of. And there'll be many more videos to follow this. Because I feel that you guys want to get into a deeper sense of understanding you. Because from my point of view, you ready for this, homie? People are so aware of their consciousness. That's why we have, billionaires and fantastic music artists and, all these different careers of professionals that are at the top of their game. Because they're aware of their consciousness. But behind the scenes, emotionally, because that's all logical thinking, emotionally, they're wrecked because why their subconscious keeps attacking them. And what do I mean about attacking them? I mean the past keeps coming up, childhood, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they haven't strengthened their discernment abilities when it comes to the subconscious. Because no one's really pulling their subconscious out of their you know where and looking at it. Because that's where all the dark, dirty, smelly, stinky laundry's at. The misinformation, all these things, these phony belief systems. You know? So when you can really start shifting your awareness to the inside of you, instead of the outside, like the external, worrying about your bills and all that, just pay like autopilot, just put on a cruise control. Accept that trigger about something in your childhood, something your parents did, or you went through in a natural disaster, because I've been in many of them. Scary shit. Because when you start looking at your subconscious, then that's where your discerning skills really become fine-tuned to now progress in your intuitiveness. Because when you have those triggering private moments, you know directly that is something of your life that you went through. So the discernment is not that hard. You just got to accept it and listen to it, because it's trying to tell you something. Fix me, help me, heal me, something. And sometimes the traumas that we go through are too great. We bury our heads. We use escapism. We do all these different things to sweep it under the rug. But your spidey senses, your sonar, that gut feeling is just dinging and dinging and dinging. And you ignore that inside voice because you refuse to look at the things in your subconscious. Trust me, you'll start to feel better. It's going to suck at first. You're going to cry your eyes out. You're going to punch holes in the walls. You're going to do things that are in some way trying to help you alleviate that. So the more that you dig deep, the rougher it could be. So the more drastic your coping skills are going to be. Sometimes you fall off, you drink too much, whatever the case may be. There's going to be a time where that's going to not be effective anymore. And then ding, the light bulb's going to go off, and you're going to realize that you wasted so much time in the logical sense of not really looking at that or listening to that gut feeling, that subconscious trigger, screaming to be integrated and patched up. So the deeper you go, the better off you'll be. Because soon enough, you'll get to go through all of your subconscious and clear all that out by confronting and accepting and realizing, and now gaining the wisdom of that discernment. So now when other people project their energies onto you, your spidey senses tingle and say something don't seem right, this don't fit, like, why am I getting yelled at and do shit? See how the intuition rings and then the discernment follows? That is the practice that you need to make perfect. Then, and only then, my friend, you will excel in being a life-living intuitive. And trust me, that path, when things just fall into place because you are picking apart all the things that were making you broke and busted and depressed and all this, it's like you're shedding skin and dropping all the weight. But people will test you. They will try to confuse your intuitive for guilt and trust and all these things that are slim shady emotions, but used in a psychological mannerism. And you're not funny about that shit anyways, by the way, punks. I mean, I love your tests and shit, but you know, I could get A pluses in your classes. Your intuition is the truth. And Jesus says to live in the truth because it is the way. There's no religion. There's just truth. And the truth is God. And God is within you. And he talks to you. You just don't hear him. Or you do, but you choose to ignore him because you don't want to see what he's trying to help you with. But trust me, go with that. Listen to it. Be a part of it. Because you, my friend, will certainly become a better person. More evolved. More with it. More free. Yeah, free. So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. This was class dismissed. For now, for your intuition part, okay? Throw more comments up about what you guys are searching, what you want to know more about, okay? I'll give you the best answer that I got for the knowledge and the experience that I have. And I'll serve it to you on a silver platter. So therefore, you can grab it up and you can hopefully share and serve it to somebody else. Because if I can try to make myself better in my life, give you those terms and conditions and the do's and the don'ts, and take a left here, I will be your GPS. Just trust, use that intuition. I'll guide you. Because I'm guided myself. Thank you. So with that, my friends, look forward to more of these. I really dig it and hope you like the setup. It's pretty sweet and slick. Yeah. Think about what I'm saying. Peace and prayer every day, my friends, and I'll see you on the next one.